Hey, do you have Crystal's Crystal ring?
She's left me enough voicemails over the days.
Okay. Can you see if you can get her to check my Facebook and then like somehow share that to the public screen and apologize that there was a problem with the feed and that we had to change the link. So yeah, you're gonna have to change the link. It's a new one.
Hey, Crystal. So Chris was wondering if you could check your Facebook. Right,
Yeah,
Chris?
my Facebook.
Check his Facebook and repost the new link to the live because we had some technical difficulties with the old one.
And take the old one down because people will be. See if she can take the old one down.
Okay, and all right, thank you, Crystal. And he's also wondering if you can take that old one down if you could. It should be on his Facebook.
Alright, are you in?
She's slinging drinks right now at the gates.
Okay.
So she'll do what she can.
That's fair.
Good evening, and welcome to Casha Hall at Father Hamill Field at Ray Siegfried II Stadium.
Alright.
We welcome you to Casha Hall's campus for our homecoming game this evening. For the visitors.
Alright, folks.
Your Casha Hall.
Welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Vinita Hornets versus the Casha Hall Commandos. And on the call today, we are joined by the one-of-a-kind Mr. Taylor Troyer. Taylor, you ready for a good ball game tonight?
I am very excited to be here. Yes, we are at Ray Siegfried II Stadium, Father Hamill Field. I don't know which kid he has on the team, but I imagine he's a pretty proud dad.
Well, it's a beautiful facility here. Shouldn't be a shock here at Casha Hall High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And today on paper, we have a tough matchup today. The Commandos come in at 4-1, 2-0 in the district. The Hornets come in at 1-4 and 1-1 in the district. But the win for the Hornets last week against the Verdigris Cardinals really changed the complexion of this season. We're 1-1 in district, and that puts us tied for fourth place, in fifth on the tiebreaker with district points. But we're back in this thing in the playoff contention. So
we control our own destiny, Chris. We win, we're in. Essentially, is what it is.
Sure enough, and we have that momentum from the victory last week. I'm sure they carried over into practice, and the coaches and players had a great week of practice this week. And this is going to be a tough matchup. There's no doubt about it. Casha Hall has talent, and it's all over the field. And so looks like we're going to have the coin toss, and we'll find out who's going to have the ball first.
One thing I've heard about Casha and that I've seen on some of the film I've watched, they are very fast. They have a lot of team speed. Our main goal on defense is definitely going to have to keep that in front of us, cannot get beat deep. Offensively speaking, I think we're doing a great job getting to the edge. I'd like to keep on seeing that. But one thing against teams like this, you're going to want to, but you cannot give up trying to go inside.
Yeah, well, and plus they have the speed to run you down. I mean, you're going to notice number 7, the running back for Casha Hall, has elite foot speed. He's quick in the hole, and he has burst. And it is not like most kids you're going to see on a football field at the 3A level. So we're definitely going to have our hands full with that running back and try to keep him from busting loose, keep him pinned up. That's a big key tonight.
Just won the toss, and we'll defer to the second.
So Vinita gets the ball to start the game. Cash is going to get the ball to start the second. Chris, I've been wondering this all week. What's a commando?
Well, that's a good question. I wouldn't want to speak. I wouldn't want to speak for the young men and women of Casha Hall, but I imagine it sounds tough. I'm sure it's tough. Commando. Anyway, thank you, Taylor.
Well, it might be.
Thanks for setting me up with that one, bud. Appreciate you. Isn't it good to have Taylor on the broadcast today?
I'm just saying it might be hard to bring him down.
Some fun back and forth, that's for sure. I am sure they will all be fully clothed today on the football field. Guaranteed.
Well, that should help our chances.
Yes.
We got a fireworks show going on down in the
pyrotechnics.
zone.
We got to catch a little bit of that. Got to catch the pyrotechnics. The University of Cascia Hall enters the field. So, Navy uniforms. Look a little bit like the Yukon Huskies.
Well, let's hope they play like the Yukon Huskies, Chris.
Set you up for that one. All right, the Hornets are on the field as well. We're going to play ball. The Commandos were nice enough to defer to us. I thought that was sweet. So the Hornets will get the ball first. The band's here. They are fired up, ready to go. Taylor, who do you got players to watch for the Hornets tonight?
You read my mind because I was just about to say this. The player to watch, Trey Tanner, is back.
Yes, sir.
You're going to see him on offense. Do not expect to see him on defense. They're kind of trying to work their way back in there. Trey Tanner being back does open up national anthem, by the way.
Dear God, we ask for your blessing on the game that we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. We pray that these athletes enter this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence with us in this game. We ask this in all of our prayers in Jesus' name. Amen. You made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand and face the flag at the south end of the stadium. Remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Singing the anthem this evening is Cascia Hall Senior Balladery.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'm counting those two prayers as my church for the week.
Well,
So back to players to watch. Bodie Carter, expect to see him heavily involved. The coach has said they're going to get that passing game going today.
yeah, and
But
he didn't
that-
have a catch last week, so I
Yes.
look for him to have a few tonight.
It doesn't necessarily mean the running backs are out of the game. Ethan Stevens and Bo Bennett both played amazing last week. So they're not going to just disappear from this system.
No, I expect a heavy dose at 21 with a little counter punch at 7 to be a steady diet for the Commandos tonight. See if we can give them an MRE to...
Exactly, and Ethan on defense is going to have to play a big part too. Those DBs are going to get tested by speed that we flat out have not seen yet this year.
Well, speed, folks. That's going to be the story tonight. Can the Hornets contain it? It was the story last week. The Hornets' speed being the difference. Ethan Stevens and Bo Bennett taking long runs to the house. Line blocked it up good. And we'll see. The O-line definitely had their best game of the year last week. So can they build on that tonight against a really talented Cassia Hall defense? The time will tell, but that's going to be a big key tonight.
Absolutely. Just got to keep everything in front of you. Cannot get beat deep.
So the Hornets are going to get the ball first, and boy, wouldn't it be nice to go down and score and take a lead here?
Well, we will need a big special teams play at some point today to pull off this upset. So it would be nice to get out of the way immediately.
Let's just take it to the house, number 7. Let's see if they kick it deep or not. It is right down the middle. DJ Smith has it, and he's going to bring it back. He goes right, comes back left, cannot get around Cassia. The Cassia kick coverage team all over it, and unfortunately, too much east-west, not enough north-south. The Hornets are going to start with some rough field position here. It looks like about the 11-yard line for the Hornets.
And that's that speed we've been saying about. And it was all over the field, even at their kickoff coverage. Cassia runs a 3-3-5 defense because of their team speed. They are very comfortable just kind of being able to spread their defenders out. You're going to see a lot of defensive backs. The Hornet coaches do think that the defensive backs are the weakest for that Cassia Hall defense.
Well, it was kind enough of the Cassia Hall to lend some pink flags to the referees. We already have some pink laundry on the floor. It's a procedure penalty on the Hornets and backed us up here.
That'll be 2 plays in a row. It's going to be half the distance to go back to the 3.
Is that illegal substitution? What was that? Or maybe simulating the snap, maybe?
I think they are for simulating the snap.
Interesting. That might explain the false start on the first play.
I completely agree. It definitely happened on the first play as well. The first play of the game, a false start rarely happens. That's you're most prepared to play.
It's a keeper. And fake to Bo Bennett. Keep around the end by Trey Tanner. Welcome back, Trey. Nice pickup on first down.
And that will get Trey comfortable into this ball game. The first play, wanting to keep on that being a QB keeper, the week after an injury, that'll get him more relaxed into this game. I'm okay with that play.
We have a nice early cameo by D. Robinson. And completion.
He did. Got those feet down. That'll be a first down.
He dropped it right in there. Bodie Carter went up to get it. That's a heck of a start for the Hornets. Nice recovery from that early penalty, and we've converted a first down.
Right down at the 25-yard line, first and 10 for the Hornets.
Trey Tanner, Bodie Carter making me look like a prophet early on.
You got any other prognostications, Nostradamus? There's that fake again. Tanner around the outside. This time, nothing doing. So the Commandos saw it once. Now they saw it twice, and they were definitely ready for it.
We showed that twice. We're definitely going to reverse that. We're gonna hand that off on that same look. I mean, not here, but it'll eventually happen.
The Commandos are talented, but they're not huge. We might be able to get some push here. It's a handoff around the side to Bo. Bennett picks up about 4.5 on the play. Little room to run.
Take that back, happen the next play.
All right, well, we have 3rd and 6.5 here. And we'll see if the Hornets can convert and keep this drive going. Ball on the 29-yard line. It is a beautiful night. Can't complain about Friday night lights. There's the snap. Rolls out to his left. He's looking. He finds a man. Oh, he had him open and just couldn't connect. Little behind Stevens. I think Trey thought Stevens was going to sit, and Stevens kept drifting and just couldn't connect. But it was there. It was there. Opportunities early for the Hornets.
Yeah, we had two good looks there. That pass, which getting rid of it, I mean, definitely could have hit him there. That running lane was open too, so that was a well set up play by our blocking.
So the Hornets are going to punt. Nowlin back deep. Gets a signal from the up man. There's a big rush, and they're saying it was partially blocked. And so there's not going to be a penalty for roughing the punter. For a punt being blocked, it sure did have a lot of carry, but the referee was a lot closer than I was. So.
I sure would have liked that call last week, and that punt was obviously deflected, and they called us for running into the kicker.
Well... We got commentary from the peanut gallery already, folks. Nothing wrong with that, though. A little friendly banter out here. The defense and the receiver, the ball and the defense at the exact same time. Pass broken up by Bo Bennett.
Bo Bennett made a great break on that. He was going for the ball. Cassia Hall wanted a pass interference on that one.
Bo read that well, and I mean, half a step sooner, and we could have been looking at a big play the other way. That's the kind of play the Hornets need today.
That was a pick six waiting to happen.
It's a end around and swallowed up by the Hornet defense. Bo Bennett and falling back in the backfield.
Carter falling on that play. Now that was just defended perfectly. We destroyed that off that edge, and that play was contained from the get-go. Now that's watching film and perfect practicing right there.
All right, here we go. Third down. Shotgun snap. Fired to number 2, and that is going to be right past the sticks for a first down. And that's the kind of arm talent that this guy has. Folks, their quarterback can sling it around, and he is going to be a handful today. That's number 11, Barrett Mullen. He's a junior, and, man, he also pops on film, and you saw it right there. That guy has a cannon, and that was right on his receiver. Excellent pickup by the Commandos, and the Hornets had him in 3rd and long, and there's that quick running back, number 7. That's Owen Darby. He's a senior for the Commandos, and boy, he's a handful. You saw it right there. He's got slick moves. They're in hurry-up offense. They don't wait around. Shotgun pistol formation. Twin receivers right, one receiver left.
They're in max protect here. They have 2 tight ends on the field.
Lots of time, but he can't find anybody. That was Dawson Vansel dropping back from his linebacker position, making that a tough throw. And Dawson's my defensive player to watch tonight. Last week, of course, great games by Bo and Carter on the defensive side of things. Ethan Stevens as well had a pick and a few good tackles. But Dawson Vansel, look for him to be big for the Hornets today. That's a fake. The Hornets bought it. Real nice fake. Gets past the first guy, and he's going to be brought down about the 12-yard line. And that looks like it's going to be a first down.
Yeah, they got 18 on that. The turf monster got him at the 12. Otherwise, he may have just cut up and scored there.
Well, that was really slick play action, and the Hornets had the eyes looking the other way. Came back to the near side for an easy play. He's looking for the woo. I tell you what, that's a pretty ball coming out of his hands, but he threw it right out of the end zone, so nobody's going to catch it there.
I will tell you, Landon Wooten blew up his man on that coverage. That forced that quicker throw than he probably would have wanted to make there.
Well, let's do it again. 2nd and 10. See if the Hornet defense can stiffen up. It's a handoff to the running back, and there's a big tackle on the outside by Bodie Carter. He was the last man to beat. The Hornet defensive end went down early.
Yeah,
gave him a lane.
That was a chop block, Chris. I'm going to be honest with you on that one. That should have probably been 15 going back.
Well, the special pink hankies of the referees stayed in their pockets. So there's a play up the middle. It's being strung out by the Hornets, and he's going to get to about the 5, and that's going to bring up, well, by my count, 3rd down. but the stick says 4th and 1. Did I miss a play? All right, it's 4th and 1. And here we go.
They're going for it. This is a big play early in the game for sure.
All right, Hornets, 4th and a half yard. It's twin receivers each way. It's a fake again. Quarterback still has it. He's looking in the end zone, and he's got it for a touchdown. That must be really deceptive because the Hornets' eyes are following that fake. That quarterback's...
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Did you expect them to throw on 4th and inches? You know, they're going to bite on that no matter what.
It's a good play call, but he's got a good sleight of hand. Maybe a future in Vegas as a cheap magician? I don't know.
Well, it goes to a Catholic school, so I don't know.
Maybe he could go to UNLV and supplement his NIL with a little some shows on the strip.
I don't think Father Hamill would appreciate the gambling.
All right. Well, it is 7-0 Cassia Hall. They are able to drive down. The Hornets had a couple of opportunities to get off the field. The Commandos made the plays, and they were able to cash in their first possession for a touchdown. 7-0. The Hornets trail here early. 6:47 in the first quarter.
Nealvinita gets a chance to go back on offense. There's definitely some things to like from their first drive.
I agree.
Keep on building off that.
I agree. The Hornets had some open receivers. It looked like their play calling gave the Commandos fits. It was there. We just got to execute.
Absolutely. And, you know, like we mentioned earlier, we need a big play basically in all three facets, probably a score in all three levels of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. We have a chance to, 1, seal possessions, and 2, pull off this big upset.
All right, here's the kick. It's high and down the middle again. It's Smith again. This time he's much more north and south, looking for a hole and finding one. And there you go, buddy. That's how you return a kick to about the 30-yard line. 29, we'll say.
Yeah, they're going to give him the 29. DJ looked a lot more comfortable, a lot more assertive on that return. I think he realized pretty quick, you know, freshman, you got to learn quick. Some teams you cannot go east and west on.
Well, and that's something I really think the Hornets coaching staff and players have focused on. You know, this football season is all about the process. You can be constantly thinking about results, but we want to see growth from one series to the next. There's a handoff up the middle to Bennett. The hole closes quick, but he's able to lean forward for about 2 there.
Cash is putting some more people in the box here. At the first drive, it was mostly, 3-4 man rush. They are starting to put their outside backers closer to the line. So maybe take advantage of that. Hopefully you see something up the middle pretty soon if they keep on doing that.
So last week the Hornets ran Bo Bennett up the middle a lot, and the patience with that did pay off. Here's a shotgun snap for a pass, and really nice play by the Commandos linebacker, number 9. That's a senior Hank Whitty. Dropped back into coverage, and he was right there. He almost tipped it to the other Commando DB for a pick. The Hornets were lucky that the ball hit the turf there. And so we got 3rd and long.
Yeah, on that one, would have liked to have let him a little bit more. Kind of a tough throw that, though, in that situation.
Wasn't a lot of room to put that one. There's a rollout, and once again, really tight coverage by the Commandos. He put it on Bodie Carter. Bodie had his hands on it, but the defender had his arm in there, pried the ball loose, and it's going to be 4th down.
Cassia Hall DB did a very good job going towards that ball, stepping up towards there. Bodie did too. That was just a fight for the ball.
You do see already with Trey Tanner back, the Hornets have a lot more passing in the game plan this week. About half the plays have been passes.
Okay, you got to call that one. Okay. This will be a first down, Vinita. That's going to be personal foul. And we got something on the sideline too.
Yeah. The Hornet coaching staff may have had something to say to the near side official, so I'm not sure. There was a penalty thrown on this side, and we do have something for the running into the kicker also. So we'll see how that, maybe, hopefully a sideline warning possibly. We'll see what happens here. Let's let the white hat sort it out. He's having a conversation with Coach Mitchell.
Looks like they're going to give us the first down.
Running into the kicker. It's 5 yards. It's 4th down again. We're going to re-kick.
Running into the kicker. Penalty.
The sideline warning. It's going to be 4th and 3. And
Sideline warning.
I'm just going to say this. I disagree with the call.
Well, that's what we're here to do. We're here to disagree with their calls.
I really do think, I mean, there was no hold up there. Leaned into the plant leg.
You got to protect this. You got to protect our guys here. Zayden is, defenseless when he punts. That's why you have the rule. Steps into it. Spiraling punt. Driving him back. Fair catch at the 33-yard line where the Commandos will take over.
Ends up working out for us. We flip, 25, 30 yards of field possession from the spot the first punt was at. But still,
It was a good decision to kick
unfortunate.
again. That's true.
Yeah.
Nowlin got into that one. That was a nice punt. All right, band. Here we go. Love it.
Cash Hall lining up, straight shotgun. You're going to see him do that, and you're going to see the pistol a lot.
It's a wide receiver screen, and the Hornet pursuit was there as Bo Bennett and Kewan Ramsey combining on the tackle. That's only going to be a couple-yard gain, and the Hornets will take that. Great pursuit.
Good open field tackling, good tackle in space. That's going to be vital tonight.
Shotgun snap, twin receivers each way. Lots of time. Now a man comes open. He floats it just over his head. The Hornets playing coverage right there and electing not to rush him. And, boy, you worry about giving him that much time, but it worked out that time.
Yeah, this is great coverage. We got middle penetration there at first, and I don't know if that was like a mishold or if that was just a great recovery by the line.
3rd and 8, shotgun snap. Tight end out in the route. Man over the middle. Oh! Didn't get him wrapped up, unfortunately. And it is going to get it converted. The Cassia Hall quarterback slung it in there.
That shot he could have taken as a defensive player, that is a tackle you dream about making.
Yeah, I think Zayden's going to wish he had that one back. Bounced out to the outside. Bo got held. I see some
the
laundry
flag's
on
the play. That pink flag's down there.
If it's pink laundry, is that lingerie? Surely not. Is there lingerie on?
Different league, Chris. Different league.
There that's fair. Anyway, a little pink flag on the field there.
See, and you thought that I was going to be the one that tested the edginess of this broadcast.
Thank you for keeping this PG, Taylor, of course. Uh-oh. Is that Coach Inyard's baby? Oh, my. We got the littlest Hornet fan has arrived. And he's ready for some exciting action with Pawpaw.
That was a hold. It's going to be 1st and 20.
All right.
Cash is 43.
This is the opportunity we've been waiting for. We got 20 yards to go. The Hornets have got to hold them here. Got to hold them here. Slow to come up. We don't want to commit to the rush, and it's over the top, and that's going to be a completion. You can see the Hornet pass rush is just a little timid to commit, not wanting to let him get away. The game plan looks like it's to contain the quarterback, but at some point you got to commit to the rush, and you got to go put him on the ground.
Yeah, especially, there's no underneath route at that point. The play's extended so long, everyone's going to be deep.
And the snap is over his head, but he recovers. He's looking for a screen, and he's got it. and he gets away from the Hornet defense. He's still on his feet, and he may take that to the house. That was almost a disaster for the Commandos, and they made lemonade out of lemons right there. The Hornet defense had 2 or 3 shots at him, but they couldn't wrap him up, spun out of it, and speed to the end zone, and the Commandos take a 13-0 lead, pending the extra point.
Poise, that's the word of the day so far for that quarterback. There's been a lot of plays that he could have went old gunslinger and thrown it away or thrown it into trouble, but he has not done that yet.
Well, upset of the century, Taylor. Prep school, private school has a kicker that can kick about a 55-yard field goal. Imagine that.
Well, that is surprising. That is surprising. And I guarantee you, I think I passed by his Lambo on the way up here.
That's the best leg kicking camp can buy. That was good. The kid can kick. We kid, folks. We kid. So the Hornets trail 14-0 here, and gosh, we just haven't taken advantage of our opportunities so far here today. And so the Hornets will be looking to turn that around here on their third possession. So far, this game is going exactly according to paper, and the Hornets needed it to go different. So we're going to have to start to execute. We want to look for the growth from the kids, and I'd like to see us get a scoring drive put together, or at least cross midfield and threaten. Let's be dangerous here, Taylor.
I would love to. I'd love to. And, we hadn't really been able to get a chance to get into a groove to really do that.
The aforementioned kicker kicks it through the end zone, so the kid does have a cannon. And the Hornets are going to start at the 20. All right, well, what do you like so far?
We're finding out early on. Everyone is. We're figuring out how Cash Hall is Cash Hall. You know what I mean? We're just seeing that team speed.
Well,
we're seeing that decisiveness early on, and we just need to keep on trying to find ways to counter that. I would like to see a play action pass over the middle if they're going to keep on moving that up.
There's a quick hitter to Stevens that burst his speed, and the O-line made a hole for him, and he hit it. 6 or 7 there, 7 yards on first down. So credit to the O-line and Stevens for hitting the hole like he meant it.
We finished our blocks amazingly on that play. Amazingly, we finished our blocks. And that's another key. You can't play. You're going to have to play how you normally play. You can't play timid. You know what I mean? You're going to have to stay aggressive.
Yes, I agree with that. There's another handoff. He squirts through the hole, and that's a first down for the Hornets. And Stevens has a little bit of a slender frame. The hole wasn't real big, but it was there, and he just squeezed right through that hole, popped out the other side for a first down.
And, I mean, that's going to be our bread and butter throughout the rest of this season. That duo, Ethan and Bo, that's going to be our bread and butter the rest of the season.
Well, let's see if we can build on that first down and put together a drive here and make this game interesting here. It's 14-0. Commandos in the lead. 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Cash Hall showing blitz. I wonder if they back out. They don't. They engage.
It's a handoff. And went back to the well one too many times maybe. Commandos were definitely ready that time. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. And the Hornets are going to face 2nd and 11.
I mean, they just sent more people in wicket block. I mean, simple mathematics there.
So let's see what kind of counterpunch the Hornet coaching staff comes up with here. Evan Gunn, tight end, checks out. Bo Bennett back in. So looks like we're going to have twin receivers. No, let's see.
See, it's just one safety deep, and those corners are basically on our receivers. They're backing
Shotgun
up a little
snap.
bit now.
Tanner's got the ball, has a man, hits him, little high but catchable ball, and just couldn't haul it in. That was intended for Trey Philippi out there. And the Hornets are facing a 3rd and 11 after picking up 1 first down here on their 3rd drive of the game. All right. Hornets could use a play here.
They're playing AC/DC over the speaker. I don't really know how appropriate that is at a Catholic school, but we're going to let it slide.
Okay, there's room. He's going deep. There's triple coverage and a little bit of contact, but the referees decided that that's okay. They're just going up for the ball. Tanner threw it about 40 yards in the air there. Nice arm. But the Reed, there was at least 3 DBs right around that. It was going to be very tough for Nowlin to come down with that ball.
Yes, those DBs were going for the ball. Air quotes. That's what we're gonna say there. Like I said earlier, with the comfort level of him returning back
that
to play.
One was partially blocked. The up man fields it, and he's dangerous. And it was a good tackle over there by number 25 for the Hornets. And Jamison Williams for the Hornets.
Can't hold that. It's okay.
It's all right. There we go. So more pressure on the punt by the Commandos. Another partially blocked kick. Nowlin's been hit. He's been back 4 times now. Been hit 3 of them. So
they've been bringing it from the same side each time.
Tough night for Zayden Nowlin back there punting. There's a handoff up the middle. He squirts through the hole, spins, and he's right around the first down marker. Looks like it's going to be second down and very short for the Commandos. That's Owen Darby again, that lightning quick running back for the Commandos, and he's tough. There's a shotgun. Quarterback's looking. He's looking deep end zone. He has a man, and that's caught for a touchdown. That's a really nice play by number 20 for the Commandos.
It's a very well-placed ball by the QB there. One thing I've noticed early in the game, we've been in the right spot many times. You know, it's just haven't made exactly the right play, if that makes sense.
Definitely hope to see maybe the Hornets look a little tentative early.
They do look tentative. I don't know if it's worried they'll make a mistake or worried if, I don't know, like, you know, Cassia Hall's this name, right? And they're a solid team. But there's been some plays we should have been able to capitalize on, and we haven't done that quite yet.
Well, it's still early. It's 21-0 Cassia Hall. 1:26 left in the first quarter. And the Hornets are back in action on offense. We've had 3 drives so far. 2 of them we converted at least some first downs. So the Hornets, while they haven't moved the ball just up and down the field, they also haven't been just completely shut down.
No, it hasn't been terrible at all.
So there is some positive on that side of the ball, but just haven't been able to consistently move it yet. We'd like to see that change here. There's the kick. Deep down the middle again, and DJ Smith is going to watch it go over his shoulder and back through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, and you get guaranteed yards there. I'm definitely fine with that. You don't want to risk it too much there.
All right, so the Hornets are back in business. Ball on the 20-yard line, fresh set of downs. We'll see what the Hornet coaching staff has dialed up here for their 4th drive. Looks like we have twin receivers to the right, tight end Sniffer also to the right side of the formation. So let's see if we run it that way. It's a handoff to Bennett. What an athletic play by Bo Bennett. Linebacker had a clean shot at him in the hole, and he just leapfrogged over him. And Bo takes it for 6 yards. There's some athleticism from the Hornets.
We countered that. You know how they showed heavy blitz packages that last drive? We are putting an extra blocker in there now, kind of like as an H-back type deal.
That's Evan Gunn, number 88. There's a handoff around the side, and Bennett doesn't meet his first opposing defender until he's past the first down marker. That play, nice design by the Hornets, good play call, and great blocking.
Well, you know, what more could you ask for? You take that every time. If you're not going to get touched till you get to the first down marker, it's a positive.
So that's 2 handoffs to Bennett on this drive, and that already yields a Hornet first down. Now the tight end is to the left side of the formation. We follow behind him. The commando linebackers dive in and chop him down for no gain.
I like the adjustment so far on this drive. I like the adjustment. Sending in that extra blocker, not getting away from the run. I mean, we're going to be a running football team the rest of the season. I know we think we're going to be able to have some success passing against Cassia Hall, and that will probably come eventually. But do what's working best for you now. We're going to end the first quarter here, by the way.
11 seconds on the clock, 13 on the play clock, so the Hornet coaching staff is electing to go ahead and let it count on down to the end of the first quarter. And the score here is 21 Cassia Hall, 0 for the Hornets. On a gorgeous fall evening here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I do enjoy where we're at. They put us kind of in that wind tunnel. We're kind of away from the heat that's been out there all day. Kind of nice, relaxing place up here.
So we're going to flip the field, and the Hornets will be going left to right in front of us. And we're going to be facing a second down, 10 yards to go. Now, it seemed like the first play of the game, we had a false start. Remember, we had a false start, and then we had a snap infraction on the defense. But it looked like we might have been going to some sort of an end around. I'd like to see an end around to Stevens or Nowlin soon.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to see that at some point on this drive. I mean, we've kind of been setting up something like that with those inside zone type handoffs and those read looks. We have definitely seen something we've liked off those sweep runs to the running back. That looks like there is a read off that as well. Don't be surprised if we see more of that too.
They have a receiver isolated at the top here. One-on-one coverage. It is a handoff to Bennett. And Bennett drags the guy a couple yards. But we are going to be facing a 3rd and 8 here.
And that is when you're going to be a run-heavy football team, you know, you do sometimes put yourself in these obvious passing situations. The key is trying to keep out of those obvious passing situations. So you do need at least 3 yards on first down.
Right.
And get yourself into like a 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3 on second.
Shotgun snap. Trey avoids the rush. He's got speed, but so does the defense, and he gets sandwiched at about the 35-yard line, and that's going to be 6 yards short of the first down, and the Hornets are going to be facing another punting situation here, this time with the wind.
That may have been a called QB draw there, and I honestly love the play call because on 2 third down plays, it looks like we've had running lanes with that quarterback available. But once again, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. That team speed at Cassia Hall is still showing, and they close that out very quickly.
Here's another punt, and it's blocked again, folks. We've really had some trouble protecting the punt team here, and just haven't been able to get these punts off clean. Cassia Hall's found something there, and another partially blocked punt.
Yeah, they changed where that pressure is coming from, too. It's been usually just coming off that edge. They brought it through the middle there.
Well, we either need to figure out how to block up these punts, or maybe we just go for it on 4th down.
I'd be okay with that.
Maybe we see if we can get a conversion or two. So Cassia Hall is going to start on the Hornets side of the field at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap, handoff to the running back, and big-time play by, it looks like, Landon Wooten.
Can I tell you a nitpick I have about new football rules real quick?
Go ahead, Taylor.
Why on God's green earth are we not, like, the chain should be set before the ball snapped? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. All in the name of going fast, but that's too fast. I agree with that 100%. There's a fake. He's going deep. Stevens has a chance to make a play on it, and it is incomplete. It was really close, but for my money, Ethan has been our best cornerback with the ball in the air so far this year, and he showed it there again. Made that a real tough play, and incomplete pass.
Big 3rd and 10 here. Big 3rd and 10. You got to hold him to at least a field goal attempt. Honestly, I'm a little excited to see this kicker kick from pretty far out.
Looks like a handoff, a reverse. Philippi can't quite get him. They get around. It's thinking about throwing it. Opens up the lane. That was a fun design play by the Commandos. Little reverse to the wide receiver. He was looking to throw. The Hornets had it covered deep, but it opened up a running lane.
The best play on the field there was the quarterback not doing a block in the back, because that was dangerously close, but he held up.
Good discipline by the Commandos there, and they convert on 3rd and 10. There is a handoff up the middle, and the Hornets said, nuh-uh.
There was a yellow flag on the play, so I guess they only cared about breast cancer in the first quarter.
Let's see what the call is here. It's a personal foul. Chop block.
Yeah, personal foul, chop block. That offensive lineman is going to have to go to confession after the game after that play. I've been waiting for that one all day.
Hey, I liked it. Excellent delivery, Taylor. Excellent delivery. Appreciated that one. So that's 15-yarder, and it's 1st and 25 from the 28-yard line. It's shotgun snap. Now we got pressure. It's a little screen set up, and they're going to get about 10 yards of that back. The Hornet defense a little more aggressive, but that was, in this case, playing into the play call. But the rest of the Hornet defense rallied, and it's 2nd and 15, so we're still going behind the sticks here. And that is going to be a broken tackle touchdown right there. So, sorry, camera had a little bit of trouble there.
Gonna have to get lower.
Yeah.
Low man wins there.
A little hesitant on the tackle attempt as well. Instead of running through him, just kind of arm tackled him, and he ran right out of it. And beat one man and danced right to the end zone for another touchdown for the Commandos. And the extra point is good. So that's going to make the score 28-0 for the Commandos here over the Hornets in the second quarter. And tackling continues to be a problem for the Hornet defense. Tackling the space is not easy, folks. And especially this kind of talent, they're going to make you miss some, but I'm sure that the Hornet coaching staff and players are going to want to clean that up.
Cassia Hall forces individuals to have to make individually great plays.
Right.
And putting you on an island, sometimes you're going to swim, sometimes you're going to sink.
All right, well, Commandos back to kick off again, this time into a slight wind. We'll see if we have a chance to return here. The Cassia Hall kicker does have a heck of a leg. Number 3, Matthew Kendrick, who is a senior, and he certainly has dreams of playing on Saturday somewhere. This one's a low liner. And into the wind, low liner, same result, into the end zone. The Hornet deep backs couldn't field that one, and so we're going to start at the 20-yard line again. So on the positive side, we still have to say the Hornets have still only had 1 3-and-out. So the Hornet offense has moved the ball, but have we put together 2 first downs in one drive, or has always been 1 first down and then punt?
I think we did 2 on the last drive, maybe. We have not gotten to the other side of the 50 yet.
Yeah, so we'd love to see that here starting at the 20. We haven't had great field position today, so that's definitely been a part of this. It's a fake. Trey looking for some room and finds 1.5 yards on that one.
That hole was there. It closed up quick. If you don't hit that hole as soon as you see it,
yeah,
you're not going to get more than 2.
The pursuit by this commando defense is impressive. You can see, why they're 4-1 in the season, why they're one of the better teams in 3A. Really, really, really impressive team speed on the defensive side of the ball. It's a handoff to Bennett. He stiff arms the first guy and just gets strung out far enough where he can only pick up 1 yard on the edge. So that's going to bring 3rd and 7, and this is going to be a tough convert here. Let's see what the Hornets have. 3rd and 8 after the referees decide no gain on the play.
I thought we probably got half a yard or a yard on that one. It just got spread out too much, that play did. Edge wasn't particularly well set on that play.
All right, here we go. Shotgun snap. Tanner sprints out to the left. Has a man. It's Philippi up the field, breaks a tackle. There's a Hornet first down.
Hey, and that's a confidence builder. That is an absolute confidence builder for the offense. And not being timid, run right through a guy's face. That's exactly what happened there. On 2 occasions.
And that pass was there earlier, and Tanner to Philippi couldn't connect, and that time they do for a Hornet first down. So progress there for the Hornets. Shotgun snap. Twin receivers each side. Tanner sees a hole up the middle. Oh, it was tight coverage. He thought he had a man, but the commando defender was right there.
Trey Philippi turned into a corner there on that play.
Yeah, that one we were just hoping to avoid the disastrous pick there at the end. Tanner looked like he was going to run, but he kept his eyes down the field, which I love. And looking for a Hornet receiver, and but it was just tight coverage there. All right, we got twin receivers each side, shotgun formation, Bo Bennett in the backfield. That's a designed quarterback run. Gets away from 1, gets away from 2, drags 1 guy. 3 yards.
Tough sledding there.
Boy,
tough sledding for 3
That
yards.
is a tough 3-yard run.
Now, all right, we're in a situation of this game. If we don't get this,
4 down
you go
territory.
for it.
Yeah,
you go for it.
I'm with you.
We're struggling.
The punt game hasn't been there for the Hornets anyway. I like it.
Absolutely go for it.
I mean, at this point, what do you have to lose? I say I'm with you. Let's roll the dice. Let's convert on 3rd down.
Let's not make it a conversation, but or decision. But
here we go. Sprint out left again. Good pursuit by Kasha, and they're able to tip that. So now it's going to be 4th and 7. You would have liked to have got 1 yard or 2 at least to make this an easier.
Looked like they were trying to set up a screen there. That may have been that free rusher may have came in on purpose there, but he came in on fire.
Yeah, that was aggressive play, and the Hornets sent out the punt team. So this is definitely room for improvement here, okay? We got to get this blocked up. Let's see if Kasha continues to send the house on these, or if they lay back.
We're keeping extra people back.
Kasha laid back. Oh, no, they're still going after it. And he spins out of it. We have not done a good job with the arm tackles today. There is a penalty.
I think it was a block in the back.
So that one's going to come back.
Darby with the return for the Commandos.
Darby, the running back, just a dynamic athlete. You see what he can do right there. But the Hornets have not had any luck arm tackling. They're going to have to run through these tackles and just go for it.
Chris, at some point, remind me. I am looking up Cash's Wikipedia profile right now. They have some very notable alumni here.
That doesn't surprise me.
You know what? I'll say it right now. You got G.T. Bynum,
Okay.
current mayor of Tulsa.
You think he's here at the game?
Maybe. I saw a nice-looking pair of glasses somewhere. Yeah, Frank Keating, governor of Oklahoma, former governor of Oklahoma.
Yes.
Bill LaFortune, mayor of Tulsa. And you also have Gordon Todd Skinner, who is a drug dealer and convicted kidnapper, Chris.
Well,
And, you know, my big papa would say, my great-grandpa would say, three politicians, right, and a drug dealer. You know what that means? 4 criminals, but 1 conviction.
that's right. Let's see.
Bill
It's a strike down the seam, but
We have
there is
another
a flag on the play.
That was a late flag. That may have been a little, not after the play, but it's pretty far downfield. Or upfield in that instance.
Is an eligible receiver downfield on the Commandos.
Yeah, they could have called that once or twice before that play. Maybe on a touchdown pass earlier.
So that's going to negate the big gain by the Commandos. Nice play designed by the Commandos, but you can't do that. So
Bill Hader went to Cassia Hall of SNL fame.
really,
Yeah.
maybe we can get him up here to do some comedy routine with you, bud. Bill Hader. All right, here we go. Man in motion, shotgun snap. Man is open. That's 20. So that time, lead with the shoulder, but still does take 2 Hornets to wrap him up. We've really struggled with one-on-one tackling. I'm sure that the coaching staff is going to have a lot to say in some of the film session for the Hornets. There's a lot to learn from here for sure.
That was a play. They were already behind the chains. Maybe they were okay with keeping stuff in front of you, but that play kind of got too deep for that
Quarterback
to
sprints out. Here comes Wooten with the pressure. He does find a guy. Quarterback had a long time to find a man, and that's a big ask for the DBs to cover that long. And man did come open at the end.
Cassia Hall's receivers have been doing an amazing job, not bailing out the quarterback, but helping the quarterback.
I agree.
Plays like that,
Moving without the ball.
moving without the ball, finding the right spot. There's another flag on the play.
That's going to be an illegal substitution. 12 men in the huddle. Can't do that.
Well, that turns a 3rd and 1 to a 3rd and 6. So that might loom large on this drive.
The Hornets definitely benefited from a couple of these calls last week in the Verdigris game. And so one today, hopefully we can make it stick. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7. All right, looks like 5:03 in the second quarter. It's 28-0 Commandos. It's 3rd and 7. See if the Hornets can get off the field here. The Hornets haven't forced a punt yet. There's a shotgun snap. Fake to the running back. And
That's a first
it's
down.
going to be caught. He goes down to get it
Yeah.
and makes a really nice catch right before the ball gets to the turf.
That's finding the soft spot in the zone and just staying there.
First down.
Trusting your quarterback to hit you. That's exactly what happened there.
There's a quick handoff to number 7, Darby, and he has a hole, and this is going to be trouble. Can the Hornets make a tackle in space? So far, they have not been able. Zayden Allen makes a touchdown-saving tackle.
Owen Darby.
That guy is really tough to take down in a one-on-one situation.
He's slippery. And it may be helping them because they're the Cassia Hall Commandos.
All right, we have a pistol formation, twins right, one left. That's that fake. Hornet eyes go to the running back. They're looking deep. Play on the ball. That's an interception. Bodie Carter saw it the whole way, went up. Now that's the kind of ball skills we've been looking for from the Hornets. All right.
all year before last week, one thing I've noticed about our defense haven't been playing bad for most this year. We have not been able until last week to turn them over. Last
Right.
year, it looked like when we needed a big play, the defense turned that ball over.
Right.
2 big turnovers last week, a pick here. Keep on building off that.
Well, that was just a really nice play by Bodie Carter. High pointed the ball, took it from the receiver. All right, there's a quick out to Nowlin. He gets slung forward.
On that about Bodie, once again, great play.
Classic. Look at the chains not being set. Look at this. What are they doing?
It's been a disaster
What are
class
they-
on the chain gang today.
That is
once
not.
hey,
you
still
can't make it 2nd and 10. We just gained 5 yards and set it up for 2nd and 10. So, yeah.
Once again about Bodie Carter. His dad is getting inducted into the BMX Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
no, sorry about that. Yeah. That is definitely a big time honor for Park, and that is
That's
intercepted.
going to be a pick 6 for Kasha there.
Right. That looked like the exact same play that Bodie made, but made by the Cash Hall
And we got the chain gang cheering on the pick 6. Okay. You waste 5 yards of offense on us because you don't know how to do your job on the chain gang over there, right? And now you're cheering. You're cheering on the team, okay?
on the field. Yeah.
Professionalism.
Well, it is 34-0 after that pick 6 by the Commandos, and after this kick,
I mean, I have not seen that level, of just one-sidedness from officials since the Spanish Inquisition.
we're just gonna keep going to the well here with the. I like it. Keep bringing the jokes, Taylor. I appreciate it. Spanish Inquisition, solid history teacher joke right there. So how well did that joke go over in class with 9th graders the other day?
Well, we'll see on Monday. No, Tuesday. We're going over the bubonic plague on Monday.
Fell as flat as the earth. All right, so they threw a penalty and they haven't moved the ball at all. So I
think it was on us. I think they just did half the distance on it.
Well, they stuck it back on the same dash, so maybe they declined it. They didn't want it too close. Field goal kicker drills it through, and that's going to bring the score to 35-0, Cassia Hall. Okay, well, we got a break in the action, and so I do want to go back to talking about Park Carter for a second, because I did have the privilege of knowing him for a good amount of time. I coached Bodie when he was in junior high, and Park was just a genuine dude. He was just the most supportive, friendly, hey, coach, how's it going? I mean, just a wonderful man, and it's a really, really good honor to see him going into the Hall of Fame there.
Amazing honor for the family. A really amazing honor for the family and Park's legacy. I just only wish he was able to see this day.
And, Bodie is a great kid. Let's brag on him for a second. He raised a great son. Bodie Carter is just a really awesome kid. I've loved having him in class, and I know his dad's proud of him. And great pick by Bodie. Also had a big catch earlier in the game, so hopefully we'll see more from him today. All right, here's the kick. Will it be returnable? It's another low one. Popped up, and it is returnable. There's a little bit of a seam, and the Hornets are going to be at the 30-yard line starting out.
That's Blake Hayes with the return up to the 30.
All right, Blake, good job. So the Hornets are rotating through a few of their skill position players, giving some kids a chance. You like to see that. These kids all work really hard. And let's see what the Hornet offense can do here. Last drive was undone by a turnover, so can't have that, obviously.
Well, what I dislike the most about that, we had an amazing play on defense to set up that drive.
Right.
And you have to take advantage of that.
It reminded me, it looks like Jackson Arnold, giving me PTSD for the Sooners there, turning the ball over to Tennessee right after a turnover. All right, so we've got had to get our personnel right.
Yeah, some communication issues. Ethan Stevens is okay.
It's a handoff to Bo Bennett, and he dances upfield for about 3 on first down. So I'll bring up 2nd and 7.
I think you know what I'm about to say. They lined that up different. Ethan Stevens was lined up kind of like a tight end there.
It was definitely a little different on formation.
Setting up like he was going to catch a screen. I think we might see that look later on. Just a screen pass out there because there was some space
Nowlin
there.
in motion for trips left. Shotgun snap. Sprint out. And it's a designed run. Does he have a hole? Tanner has a hole. Hits the seam. Breaks a tackle. He squirts through. Will they catch him? They had one man to beat. One man deep. What a nice, powerful run by Trey Tanner. Great blocking on the edge by the Hornet receivers. And the Hornets are in commando territory, folks.
For the first time.
It looks like we're going to set up shop at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10. And love that play call. And Trey Tanner, he was running hard from the snap. And that's really what made that play.
All around great execution on all sides there.
Shotgun snap, fake handoff. Tanner keeps it again, feeling some confidence after that last run. And it looks like he gets 6 or 7.
If it ain't broke, I mean, I'm okay going back to that well. I mean, they showed the same look. They just went to the other side with it.
Well, now they're going to hesitate. They can't over pursue to Bennett anymore. So, you don't want to see Trey taking too many hits right there. So, don't mind.
You don't.
You can
don't.
can hand the ball off, big boy. But he made himself a threat, right? Hornets are dangerous here. 24-yard line. There's that end around, and just defensive end blew it up.
51.
51.
Low man wins. That's what they say. He was the low man. He got snuck right in there.
That was a really big individual effort play by the commando defensive end, and the Hornets are facing a 3rd and 9 now. And that's the play I was calling for, but boy, it got blown up and had no chance. I do want to see Stevens get the ball again, though. He needs about 15 touches. It's a quarterback run. Right up the middle. They stack him up right at the 25-yard line. So we have a decision to make here.
Go for it.
It's a 42-yard field goal or 4th and 5 at the 25.
There's 48 seconds left in the half. We do have all of our timeouts.
We're letting the clock run a little bit here. It does look like we're going to go ahead and go for it. So Hornets have trip receivers to the left. 4th down play here, shotgun. There's a sprint out again. Does he have a man? He has
That's
one.
the first down. That's
it's
the first
caught
down.
for a first down,
All
and the
right,
Hornets are
get
going to
down
call
when he called.
timeout with 21 seconds left. So
who caught
nice
that? Was that
conversion.
Trey?
That was Trey Philippi. Trey to Trey.
Timeout taken by the Hornets.
Tanner to Philippi for the first down conversion. And let's see if the Hornets can get on the board right here before halftime.
2 timeouts left for the Hornets. We're going to have 1st and 10 at their 15.
We did
And,
score.
this goes without saying, Chris. You need to score. Absolutely, you need to score.
Well, it's a little different situation than last week, but we did get a score going into halftime last week that really did give us some momentum. And I think a touchdown would mean everything to the Hornets before we go into halftime here. So let's see if we can punch it in with 21 seconds left. Casha Hall piping in crowd noise.
Are you sure they're piping? I thought Nelly was here.
If he wasn't from St. Louis, I'd bet he was a famous alumni.
St.
All right,
Louis?
Here
That's
comes
a
the
Catholic
snap.
name.
It looks like it's a QB run. He finds a hole, but that speed that pursuit, it really feels like the Hornets are going to have to run north-south, and really not try to stretch things
When
out.
you get inside the 20, for sure, They're really just going to have to they're going to have to find what soft spot of that defense they have and just throw it to it.
Well, speed kills and the commandos are fast. And that's a big part of why the scoreboard says what it says. And they were just able to run Trey down. Trey's not slow. He's a athletic, fast young man. He showed his wheels on the big run before, but that kid just ran him down, and he couldn't get around.
Yeah, this is definitely the Trey Tanner drive so far here.
We got Hornets are looking at
us.
us.
It's going to be 2nd and 7 at the 12.
There is a whistle pre-snap, and it looks like maybe a timeout for Cassia Hall.
I didn't see a flag on the
timeout, Cassia Hall. Cassia didn't like something. 13 seconds on the clock. The band is not going to turn down an opportunity to play. It's our band versus their PA system.
I'm very overstimulated right now. And now here comes the chess match. Really, Chris, here comes the chess match. 9 times out of 10 in the offense, they'll usually just call the exact same play they had called already. And Cassia kind of just going to change the formation, match that up.
Well, I definitely think the Hornets are going to switch up the play call because Cassia timed their timeout where we actually did snap the ball and show a little bit of what we were doing. I'm sure that was part of the chess match you're referring to. So, yeah, I think the Hornets are going to switch it up here. We have trip receivers right, one left.
We are spreading them out over there. That is open. If we get a slant going towards that end zone.
Now he is starting to shade help a little bit.
That could be there. That's a lot of space. They wanted to put time back on the clock.
That is correct.
That's the pause.
They should put some time back on the clock.
They did. They put 0.6 of a second on the clock.
All right. Well, we'll take what we can get, right?
Father Hamill will not be pleased.
There's the shotgun snap. It's a fake handoff. Rolls to the right. Oh, nearly
That's
picked
incomplete.
off.
They hit the ground.
Good play by number 14 for the Commandos.
It's going to be 8.8 seconds
Jake
left on the
Rampy,
clock.
he's a junior.
Now, in this situation, you might kick the field goal depending on the down and distance there is after this play.
I do agree. The Hornets have one more timeout. If we don't score here, I actually do think we'll see Nowlin kick a field goal. The Hornets would love to get on the scoreboard either way. 7, we prefer 7, but 3 is still a victory of sorts here for the Hornets. A little camera time for Daniil, class of 2001. Hey, the Hornet faithful is here and loud and proud. They're ready for something to cheer for. Let's give them something to cheer for.
We have
Hornets.
more Hornets here than Commandos, that's for sure. We're stacked on the slot. That's an interesting look.
There's a lot of pursuit, and it's going to be a sack all the way back to the 30-yard line.
You let the clock go now.
And that is going. Hold up. We may have a timeout.
That's going to end the first half of the score. Cash Hall Commandos 35.
It is going to be halftime.
0.
So at halftime, the score is Cash Hall 35, Vinita 0, as Taylor said. And the Hornets are going to get into the locker room and see if they can figure some stuff out and make some halftime adjustments for sure. The Commandos are going to have homecoming. So
yes, this is Cash Hall homecoming, so congrats to them. They do this at halftime. I think that's weird. Apparently, that's more common than it used to be.
So we'll stay live here. Maybe a little bit of commentary on the first half. Taylor, obviously it didn't go how we wanted. Why do you think Cash Hall had so much success there in the first half?
They've been putting themselves in really good position, really good spots, and so that'll do it. They're putting us on an island.
Right.
And I said earlier, either sink when you're on the island or you swim when you're on the island. And there's been too many plays, so we have not made that open tackle in space.
Yeah, put a lot of pressure on
yeah.
those DBs to make a tackle in space.
These guys are fast. They're deceptively strong. You're not going to arm tackle these guys.
Yeah.
You need to go in there and you got to make the hit.
Yeah.
Offense, I kind of liked a lot what we've seen on the offense. I liked the line. There's just been, one or two bad plays, but I think, there's been more being sent. Right? There's been more being sent than what we can block on a few of these plays.
Yeah, and what I do like from the offense is that I don't feel like it's regressing. Early in the season, the offense really struggled. It was everybody that came to the games, the coaches, the players, everybody knew the offense was struggling to move the ball. We were playing some really stiff competition, and it was just a struggle on that end of the ball. The Claremore Sequoia game started to have more success, started to get some more confidence, and then obviously last week against Verdigris, getting the first win of the year. And so you wanted to see what would happen when we were arguably playing maybe the best team we've seen this year. I mean,
I would
Grove,
say so.
I'd say, is better. Grove Cassia Hall, I think, would be a nice game.
Grove's quarterback might be better, but I don't think we're appreciating the wide receiver play we're seeing on this field right now by Cassia Hall.
Right. So against a tough team, you're worried. How are the Hornets' offense? Is it going to regress, or are we going to continue to see progress? And, it hasn't been perfect, but I feel like progress definitely could be found considering, you're looking for bright spots on a 35-0 ball game here. And I'd say that is a bright spot. The defense has struggled. I mean, tackling has been the biggest issue. Would you agree with that?
Definitely that open field tackling. That open field tackling really does need to start improving in the second half. More than anything, really, just to progress for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
This is great reps you're going to see. You're not going to see a better team than this the rest of the season.
So we have a quality opponent in front of us, and reps that you can't simulate in practice here.
Yeah.
And so I agree. The second half provides a really nice opportunities for the coaches to get some more looks at some players and see what they can do. And Taylor was speechless for a second, which I've never.
No, speechless. I was just trying to do math in my head because Crystal Green texted me to say what the score was. It's 35-0, but I couldn't think if I said it after I saw the text or not. 35-0 at half.
Indeed. I thought maybe you saw Mayor Bynum coming over and you're trying to make eye contact or something.
Well, I am looking for that internship.
Well, I have a few things to say about some of their choices in road construction projects, so I hope he comes over here and I can bend his ear for a minute.
How does a diamond interchange work?
The answer to all of our problems is more traffic circles, Taylor, more traffic circles.
Okay, I am not one to toot my own horn. You know this.
It's more of a kazoo.
I'm hearing the homecoming public address, right?
Yes, sir.
I did better last week.
Hey, I didn't hear any complaints, so I got to say that you did a great job, no doubt about it. And you're doing a great job tonight. Thanks for joining me on the broadcast. I was feeling a little lonely last week doing it solo, so it's good to have you here and someone to share the game with and share the mic with.
This is one of those games, like, yes, Cassia Hall they've controlled it.
No doubt.
I don't know. I'm not a moral victory guy, but does it really feel like it's 35-0?
Oh, gosh. I tell you what. Yeah, to me it does. It's, how many, they haven't punted yet. That's one thing. I'd like to see this get a real stop. We had a turnover.
Yeah, had a turnover.
And then immediately gave it back to them.
And that's the thing. We've just been really close.
So that's
to ending
really
drives.
For us to get a foothold in this game at all, our defense is going to have to get a stop and force a punt. And so, that would definitely be progress here in the second half. is
Who is escort tonight is
we can see what kind of punter they got. See if Texas Tech, has offered him yet.
his brother Mason graduated from Cassia Hall in 2023.
I'm sure he's good.
Nora is in the class of 2021.
I would have figured all these kids would be going to Notre Dame.
Well,
He plays
maybe as Rudy,
According to their Wikipedia, they're a feeder school to Villanova
in the investment club.
a feeder school.
Outside of school, Mason volunteers
Wild.
in Philadelphia.
indoor soccer.
Well, isn't that obvious?
Wikipedia is never wrong, but I don't think they're completely right there.
Well, if the score gets any more out of hand, I vote that you do a little editing of their Wikipedia page. And,
I am banned from Wikipedia, Chris.
Why does that not surprise
I
me?
am banned from Wikipedia.
That I don't doubt at all. Well, maybe one of our faithful listeners can have a little bit of fun. Not too much fun. A little bit of fun with the Wikipedia page
And
there.
it's not Disney World's fault that I'm banned from Wikipedia, but it was Disney World related.
Disney World related. Well, if we do have any creative edits here in the second half, send us a text and let us know, as we'd love to revel in your cleverness.
Outside of school, studying is
But of course, Wikipedia is infallible. So we've got what, the whole student body, but minus the football team on the sideline. Does that look accurate?
Well, it's this. I think this might be this new age thing of, you know what? Everybody's a homecoming queen. It doesn't matter what sport, what club you are. I think this is what's going on here.
Max is the son of Kevin and Fran.
Well, the kids are having fun, and good for them.
And his sister Sophia graduated in 2024.
You were right about the Hornet faithful. You never have to doubt our loyalty. The fans are always going to travel. We always got the kids back, and you got to give a shout out to the crowd here. We'd love to have something to yell about here. The band has been great tonight.
I got something to yell about. The PA music's been playing over our band all day long.
Yeah, that I agree with. Well, it didn't appear that Cassia Hall has much of a band at all, and that's kind of the issue. It seems like they figure, their band isn't ever going to play, so we might as well pipe in some Nelly or something. But it's a poor form. It's poor form. Let the band play.
Max shares that he admires his parents for an inherent call. Seeing the people that they have become and what they've accomplished and the positive
So, Chicken and the Wolf for dinner on the way up here. What's your
My
chicken
review-
sandwich review?
Chicken and the Wolf review.
version of yourself.
I got the medium level. I'm going to go with the mild next time.
They warn you ahead of time, just so you know.
That rub on that tender was just...
Our second candidate is
Went with
Yeah.
the medium at the chicken. Just so you know, I'm a little older and a little wiser than you, and I did go with the mild.
You went with the mild.
her sister Caroline.
Superintendent Gabe Schmidt went with the mild as well. John Treat went with the spicy.
Woo!
John Treat went with the spicy.
What a
And
man.
He might be feeling that later. I've already felt the medium, so
And,
I think he's definitely going to feel the spicy.
We have to ride home with them too, folks. So I'll trade you. If you're listening here in the stands, swapsies. You can ride home. You can ride home with Treat and Troyer later, and I'll enjoy a little family time in the.
And is a member of They've also played basketball.
All right. Well, what are we down to? 10 minutes left here in the half, and
I have a funny Cassia Hall story.
okay, hit me.
Freshman year of high school, okay? Cassia Hall is in our district. I went to school at Choteau, guys. Choteau has a tremendous history of playing some pretty terrible football. So, Cassia Hall was 2A. This is peak of their state title appearances and all that. They play us at Shoto, I think a year and a half losing streak or something like that at that point. So it's Shoto Cascia Hall. The sports animal decides, hey, this is the game of the week. We're going to broadcast this on radio. 84-0. Cascia Hall over Shoto.
Wild. Well,
Built character, though. It built character.
it's tough to be on the downside of one of those, but I've been there before too, so I feel your pain. And I mean, it feels like a Mean Girls moment. Raise your hand if you've ever been personally victimized by Cascia Hall. You know, and I too have been personally victimized by Cascia Hall. So
Well, I think it's better being Regina George. Personally, and I've always said that.
So would all the people at Cascia Hall. They all agree with that sentiment. So, yeah, I'm still bitter about if lime juice is an acceptable answer for the type of juice that you use to make ceviche. Apparently, it's
I don't
not.
even know what ceviche is, Chris.
Well-
I like I said, I went to school at Shoto.
Well, head down to your local Mexican restaurant and give her a try, Taylor. But yeah, so I still feel a little bitter about that call against the Commandos here on the academic bowl side of things. So anyway,
We're still doing this homecoming ceremony, by the way. This has taken a while. I think we've been right. These kids definitely know what they're going to do with their lives. I'll tell you that. Because there's been paragraphs written.
Well, so this is the fifth set of fancily dressed young people, and they look sharp. They look very lovely tonight. And is this one of those scenes where they vote on homecoming king and queen, or
Probably. I think they all got their dresses at the same place.
Your sister Olivia graduated in 2019, and his brother Trace graduated.
do you have any insight about the best dress shops in Tulsa, Taylor?
It has received numerous outstanding achievement awards.
Leave it
Do
alone.
I have any
Leave it
insight
alone.
about
Leave
the
it alone.
best dress shops in Tulsa? I'll get back to you. Utica Square's next door.
That's right. They probably didn't have to go far to find some really nice clothes.
You know, they just walk on their lunch break, which is probably, Chick-fil-A brought over to them every single day. Or, you know what, just hop in their Nissan Altima or their luxury cars.
Oh, the bugs are terrible here.
Just terrible bugs.
Ray Siegfried II Stadium. You wouldn't think on a night like this, it hasn't rained in a month and a half, you wouldn't think the bugs would be bad, but man, that bug was
like Father
huge.
Hamill would have fumigated.
The pests are circling here at the media booth. They've left us exposed to our crowd and our
It's the wind tunnel. Let's be
idle
honest. Let's
hands.
change
Idle
the name.
hands are the Devil's Playground, and currently the Hornet fans are bored with the Cascia Hall homecoming, and they have decided to come up here and torture us live on the air. So
We didn't. The band didn't get to march for this.
I didn't even make one joke about him either, and here he is, just
There's a drone on the field, Chris.
So, are we taking betting odds about who's going to be selected to be the king and queen here?
I don't know these people. Is it between these people?
I
These
think
guys?
probably. I'm going to go
I'm going with the girl in the white.
purple dress. Purple dress.
Meg O'Connor.
Nope. It was.
It was Meg O'Connor.
I can't tell who it is.
Red dress in the middle.
Red dress in the middle, folks.
Well, that probably should have been obvious. Just play.
They set her
based
up
on
in the middle.
placing, Yeah.
Congratulations. What was it, Meg?
Meg O'Ryan. Irish name.
Very, very popular choice amongst the Cascia Hall student body there.
Yeah.
You can see where her voting support came from.
You know, I just kind of want some. Oh, there's a cape too.
That's
That's nice. That's class.
cape. Well, she has to wear the cape as she goes to the back door to the
She just
beheadings.
needs to
at the,
stay away from airplane engines and wind turbines.
that could be a disaster, Taylor.
But here's the thing about homecoming in situations like this, one day I just want somebody to be honest, one girl to be honest, be like, I deserve that. It's like award shows, and the camera is always on the losers, you know what I mean? And they have to look gracious.
Well, the cape
Get upset.
the cape has not been successfully, but her fans adore her, and I'm sure she's a lovely person. Congratulations to her.
Congrats to Meg, Cassia Hall's 2024 homecoming queen.
So, did they just have a queen and no king?
And these guys aren't football players.
I don't
either.
feel like
That's
they
one thing
announced a
that's,
king to go
I'm gonna
along with it. So,
point out here.
but congratulations to all the kids here. So, hey, according to that Wikipedia page, how many students are at Cassia Hall?
Let's pull up this research here.
If you haven't been up here, it's a beautiful building, a beautiful facility, no doubt about it.
Enrollment 544 kids.
Wow. Well,
But no, that's not the high school though. That's grades 6 to 12.
okay.
We'll get back to you on the math there.
Well, I think we're going to have a football game. It's 2:53 left. Nobody's out to warm up
4:30,
or
give or
anything.
take a dozen.
So, why is 12 the only number in the English language that has its own word? A dozen.
Is this okay? Well, I was wondering if you were setting me up for some type of joke. Or what?
I saw an SNL skit about this the other day, George Washington's dream. And, they were poking
That
fun
was
at
hilarious.
It was pretty good.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Dozen. You have a baker's dozen. So, I guess there's that. My favorite part of that skit was, we're going to, and 2,000 pounds will be a ton. Well, what's the word for 1,000 pounds, sir? There won't be a word for 1,000 pounds.
Got the helicopter flyover going
half
on.
of a ton. Maybe the... no, that's Life Flight right there.
That's a life flight
Yeah,
from St.
so
John.
Certainly best wishes for...
I was hoping it was a Chick-fil-A helicopter that went viral during the Bixby game.
No, those guys are off to save their lives, so God bless those rescuers, and let's pray for a good outcome there.
We're now doing photo ops on the field.
Well, naturally. This is why homecoming is better before the game. Let's be real here.
Well, they don't even have a set up place for photo ops on for pictures, and this might be private school energy. I'm not sure.
I never lived that life,
You would
Taylor,
think
so
you'd
it's
have
hard to
people
say.
out there where with signs, places to sit, take pictures with the fam and all
Generally
that stuff.
speaking, that's the way we do it in small town America. Well, we're down to 1 minute to play, or 1 minute to game time, and both teams are reappearing to take the field here. Homecoming festivities are wrapping up here at Cassia Hall. And we're going to have a football game. So, the coaches have had their say at halftime, and I guarantee you this, in the film session on Monday, they're going to be looking first half, second half. What kind of adjustments were we able to make? What kind of growth were we able to see? And I'm sure they challenged their kids in their halftime. And I expect to see some fight out of the Hornets here in the second half.
Chris, you know how I talked to you about being embarrassed about the sports animal story? News on 6 is here
Well,
on the sideline.
University of Cassia Hall coverage, not surprising. All right, there. We do have the news on 6. Let's go, Hornets.